Hi everyone, I'm Daniel Martin and welcome to Strategy Sounding Board. Today we're going to be talking about the real world and social media and how they are fundamentally the same thing. It's an interesting topic. Just yesterday I had a conversation with my mum, of all people, and she was asking, well, this social media thing, what is it all about? What are people actually doing? And I explained the sharing of stories and the photos and the videos and all those sorts of things. And she said, well, that's very pretentious. That's just showing off. Why would you want to do that? And the answer quite simply was, imagine for a moment you were having dinner with 10 of your friends. What would you talk to them about? You'd be talking to them about what you've done recently, what you're going to be doing in the future, perhaps what interests you, and a common conversation would happen around those things. Social media is exactly the same. It just happens with 300 of your closest friends, not just 10 of them. Social media and social communication makes the world much smaller, not bigger. Social communication is just communication amplified. On social media, you're simply sharing what you would normally share with your closest friends with a whole bunch more people. It just broadens the reach of the conversation. It brings the world together. Great, you might say, well, what does this mean for my business? So what? I'll give you a really quick example that will explain what it means for your business. Say for a moment you're a business offering services in a local area. Maybe that area is Melbourne, let's say. You put an ad on Facebook. The ad invites people to dinner. You're inviting, say, 12 people, 10 or 12 people, whatever you like, to dinner to hear you talk. You might say, well, who on earth is going to want to come to hear me talk? People that are interested in your subject matter are definitely going to come and listen to you talk. What's more, if they're listening to you talk, they're probably leads. You run this ad with a 30k radius around your area of business. So in this case, around Melbourne. The ad is inviting, say, the first 12 people, or maybe it's a randomly selected 12 people to come to your event. Now, it's RSVP only, so what you're going to do is you're going to jump onto Google and jump onto LinkedIn and find out who these people are. Find the best 12 leads that you can. Those are the people that you invite. You get them to the restaurant. Now, it's got to be a decent restaurant. It can't just be some sort of convention center or you're taking him to Macca's or something like that. It has to be a restaurant that's just a little bit above. You're making a private dinner for 12 of these people that you don't yet know. The dinner needs to be kind of nice, not a $30 a head affair. Maybe it's a $130 a head fare. But maybe because you're bringing new customers to the restaurant, you go to the restaurant and say, hey guys, if you foot the alcohol, I'll bring the new customers and cover the dinner. So the dinner's going to cost you $500 or $600. The ad on Facebook, maybe that costs you $1,000. You're out $1,600 so far. Not exactly a big investment. You get these people there, you've got yourself 12 leads in the room. These people are listening to you talk over a nice meal. Great, so we've gone social media to the real world. That's a great start. But what, I hear you say, does that do to take me back out into social media? What you're going to do is you're going to photograph the event. You're going to take lots of photos at the event and you're going to tag the people that were at the event when you upload these photos to Facebook and to Instagram. These photos become the life of the event. The event takes a life of its own onto social media. It lives in perpetuity. People that couldn't make it to the event are still seeing what happened at the event even though they weren't invited, even though they weren't there. Suddenly the circle of 12 people becomes 2,000 people that are seeing the event and asking questions about what happened at it. The content that you've shared at the event is suddenly being shared to a whole raft of other people that you don't even know. But what's more important is you have tagged the people that were at the event. These tags are really important because not only does it extend the relationship that you have with that person who is at the dinner, it extends it out towards many conversations that will happen thereafter. It also extends your event out to their friends. All of a sudden, your event that happened in your little sphere is being talked about by the people that were at the event and their friends. All of a sudden, we've got an ongoing life of this event that happened in the real world with only 12 people. But you've got thousands of people covering it all of a sudden because you've tagged people and because you've taken those photos and shared them online to share the life of your event. Social media does not exist separate to the real world. Social media and the real world exist together. You need to utilize them together. I'm Daniel Martin. This has been Strategy Sounding Board. And if you'd like me to cover any other topics, please leave a comment in the comments section or shoot me an email and I'll cover it in an upcoming episode.